They don't know my story, they just know my sound.
Is the key to being successful in any business is making the decision and sticking with it.
I feel like I was pushed on purpose.
And I feel like I was in the birthing room.
Every single one of you have faced things in your life, have overcome things, and because of that, you have a responsibility to share your message with the world. And you have a responsibility to take those lessons that you learned and use it to help other people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Birthing Experience, where we help coaches birth their mastery. I am super excited. I'm excited every week to come and converse with you guys. This week, we're going to be talking about 3 elements of my business that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed, honey. Yes. So if you are new here to the Birthing Experience, I am your host, Nyala, the Master Midwife for Coaches. And this show is all about helping our coaches prep, plan, push, and produce their mastery. So that way they can really put their gifts out there, share their stories, and use their experiences to change the lives of others. So I'm so excited to share with you guys today the 3 elements of my business that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed. If you are new to this show, we air our new episodes every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on Facebook at The Birthing Experience Show. You can also get us on our podcast networks, iTunes, Stitcher, any of the major platforms, and find us at The Birthing Experience Show, okay? So let's jump into this stuff. I'm going to be giving you guys 3 elements of my business that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed. And let's begin with number 1. Okay, let's begin with number 1. The first thing for me, the first element for me is lead generation. Okay, lead generation. And I'm going to talk to you guys, in case you're new to coaching, I'm going to talk to you about what that really is. But let's first talk about why people need to be generating leads consistently. When it comes to business, most businesses fail within the first 5 years. And usually the reason why is because of lack of profits, okay? Now, their lack of profits can come from so many different reasons, like lack of planning, lack of funding, lack of, staff, whatever it is. But for the most part, most businesses fail because of lack of profits. When it comes to coaching, most coaches fail because lack of signing enough clients, right? So either they're signing clients and not making enough money, or they're not signing clients at all. And in order to start signing clients, in order to start making sales in your business, you need people who are interested in what you have. So if you want to know what leads are and what the process of lead generation is, it really is being able to captivate and grab the attention of people who are interested in what you provide. Okay, so as a business, you will not be able to grow if you are not consistently generating leads. One of the things that I've been able to do is focus most of my attention on lead generation. I remember years ago when I was a salon owner, one of the ways that I got people to come into the salon was by lead generation. And I'm giving you this example because a lot of times people hear lead generation and first thing they think is, I'm going to have to put together, lead pages. I'm going to have to go through social media marketing, all these different things. And some of that serves as fair, right? And has a lot of business owners stuck, right? So I'm giving you this example because I was able to generate leads without, using any type of tech in the salon, all right? So what I would do is I would go to different trade shows and get tables. I would put out flyers and collect names and numbers. I would go to different events where, a lot of my ideal clients would hang out, the beauty industry. I would get a lot of clients through referrals, a lot of leads through referrals. So there are ways that you can generate leads without making it as hard as it, as I think a lot of people try to make lead generation to be online. And I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys one of the easiest ways to generate leads on this show. So make sure that you guys stick towards the end when I give you that invitation, okay? So the first element for me that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed is being able to have lead generation systems in my business, a system that is going to grab the attention of people who need the solution that I provide, okay? Now, number two, the second element that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed is email sequences. Email sequences, and this just goes a step further than lead generation, because I remember when I first started in the network marketing industry, before I came into the coaching industry, I used to generate leads. However, I didn't email those leads. So I remember there was a time when I had over 200 leads on my list, but didn't email them, in 6 months, right? And this is very important. You got to be able to nurture relationships with people. So when you find someone who's interested in what you have, what are you doing to cultivate that relationship? What are you doing to keep that attention? It's one thing to get someone's attention. It's another thing to keep their attention. And I believe that email sequences serves as that way to keep their attention. Another thing that you hear a lot in our industry is that you need different points of, touch before someone actually buys. In sales, they say a minimum of 7 interaction before someone is ready to buy from you. Well, let's say someone was to become a lead and then you didn't email them for months. Where's the interaction? How are they going to, start to know, like, and trust you so they can become a client, right? So it's really important to have these systems in place. And I believe email sequences is one of the best ways to turn people from one-time clients to lifetime clients, okay? So, you may be someone that sells digital products. You may be someone that, you sell a smaller program, or, maybe you have some freebies and you're generating these leads. However, you don't have any email sequences in place that is allowing them to, that's helping you nurture that relationship, that allows them to get to know you more, that establishes your expertise by the information and the value that you send to them. So for me, when I generate a lead, they are going through email sequences that's not only teaching them, but that's also, sharing some stories and really building that relationship with me. So when I do give that call to action and they are ready, they will take me up on that offer. All right. So just to recap, and just before I recap, if you are now joining me, you're enjoying what we're talking about here, definitely drop some likes, drop some hearts below, drop your name so I can come back and say thank you for joining, as well as share this out. So if you know there are people on your friends list that need this information, you can absolutely share this information out. Okay. So recap, number one is lead generation, being able to generate consistent leads. It keeps me booked, busy, and blessed, okay? Number two, having email sequences that nurture those leads. Because a lot of times people see you and they like what you have, but they don't really trust you yet, so they're not necessarily ready to buy. So those email sequences serve as a way of you staying in front of them and keeping their attention and continuing to further that relationship until they're ready to become your client, okay? And then number three, the third element that really keeps me booked, busy, and blessed is having an application process that allows people to book with me. And this one is really important for me because I didn't always have it. And years ago, I would get people to book appointment. A lot of times I would get people to book appointment, but then when they get on the phone with me, they were not ideal clients. They were not, some of them were e-commerce businesses, even though I worked with service professionals. Some of them, it was just too many of them were not ideal clients versus those who were. And I went on this search trying to figure out, why was I attracting these type of people? They're not my ideal clients. What am I missing? And I remember one time just hearing another coach speaking about it, and I went to their application and saw it and was like, oh, wow. Yeah, well, if I was to ask these questions, this will help me weed out the right people who are meant to work with me. And right away, I implemented the application. When I first implemented the application, it helped, right? So it definitely helped. I think it turned away and repelled a lot of the people who were not ready for me. And then it also made me getting the yes a lot easier, because the way I formally, put the questions together, and it psychologically prepared a person to know what to expect before they get on the phone with me. So just by going through my application, they will either turn off the application because the application tells them that they don't qualify, or they will be very prepared and know what to expect when it comes to working with me. And this has really helped me a lot. It has helped me when it comes to saving time as well. More importantly, it has helped me with being able to spend more of my time speaking to the right people. So it's not even about, yeah, it is about saving time, but for me, it's more about speaking to the right people, because I love speaking to people. But what was more frustrating for me was speaking to people who weren't ideal clients. You know, imagine spending 8 hours working every day and you're speaking to 4 to 5 people every day, and none of them are your ideal clients. Eventually it starts to frustrate you. Eventually you start to question, you know, what am I doing right, or if I'm doing anything wrong. So this application process has been like a gold mine for me. And there are so much other elements of this over our year and over different shows. I would definitely teach you guys these things a lot further. But yeah, these are my 3 elements that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed. Even if I was to let go of everything else, but I was able to continue having these things in place, it would definitely keep me booked with the right clients, and that's what I want for you, okay? So I told you guys that I had a special invitation for you before we leave you this week. Let me tell you, I am going to be teaching you guys exactly how to generate consistent leads. So we're going to take this even a step further. So depending on where you're watching this, I want you to click the link above or below. I have a free training, 5 steps to consistently generating leads so you can consistently sign clients, okay? And it's absolutely free. You don't have to sign up for anything. Just go ahead. The training is about 18 minutes, but it is pure gold. All right, so it's going to teach you what you need to do and what I do with my clients to start helping them generate consistent leads. All right, so let's recap one more time before I go. The 3 elements of my business that keeps me booked, busy, and blessed. Number 1, generating leads consistently. Okay, number 2, having email sequences in place that nurtures those leads. And number 3, having an application process in place so I can make sure that as I nurture, I am also weeding out the right people to get on the phone with. This is so key and vital to your conversion rates, okay? All right, so if you love what you heard, definitely share this out. If you have any questions, please leave it below. I want to start doing weekly or bi-weekly Q&As where I just come and do live shows where I'm answering your questions. So at any time, if you come on our show and you hear me talking about something and you need further help or you have questions, definitely leave it below. I want to thank you guys so much for being with me for another show of the Birthing Experience. I am your host, Nyala Phillip, the Master Midwife for Coaches, and I will see you next week.